So, hey guys, good morning. I'm being a bit cheeky today. Because I know there's a game going on Sensai, look, between Kokufu and Amaya. And we're gonna have a look at the game. I didn't tell them this, that I'm watching this, but yeah, let's have a look at how a game goes between two people, right at the edge, I would say, between double-digit Q and single-digit Q. And we're gonna do it with our feedback enabled. Ah, I guess they restarted. Yeah. Okay. Okay, guys. It's starting. Yeah, I didn't tell them, but of course I'm gonna ask them if they are okay with me publishing this. Let me see, game has started again. Okay. So now it's finally starting. Okay, but the feedback's off somehow. And let's follow Kukufo. Now, when we're watching a game, like spectating on Sensai Go, you can just click on the name of the person you want to follow. And then the feedback switches sides, basically. So, but let's just have a look at Kokofu, how he does against Amalia. And we'll see. Last time, basically, we told him to focus more on taking big moves and playing in the corners instead of the center and side. So we'll see. Everything perfect so far. Looks pretty modern, actually. You know what, since this is a DDK game, let me enable the stone power. In case some DDKs are watching. Okay. They're playing perfect moves. Perfectly even game. Nice. Let's see how they follow up. So next is black. When you create this shape is open. Yeah? If you approach from this side on the left with the knight's move, it becomes very uncomfortable for black. So, I mean, this is a good move. But I would have aimed first to play on the left side to complete this shape as black. So for white in this position, I don't know. Honestly, I think you can just Tenuki. Because the 2-space extension on the third line is a very strong shape already. So even if you play away, black will not be able to kill this. But of course you can try to add another move to have more strength here, but I'm not sure, honestly. Yeah, because if you jump, black might also just jump, and then black is making territory, but you're not making territory. So if you want to add another move here, honestly, I don't really know. Maybe the slide into the corner is nice. Okay. Okay, I take everything back. I will just edit this out. Okay, so jump is good. Yeah, I expected this jump as well. So now it feels like black is building a big thing here. And if white wants to get something back, I think white really needs to put some pressure on black on the left. Otherwise, it might be difficult for white. Yeah. Or white might invade here. But anyway, we're in the opening. There's so many big moves. So many good moves. We'll see. But yeah, honestly, as white, I would want to play away now. White adds another move, and it's a good move. Okay, okay. Yeah, I guess white knows better than me. Yeah, but now it's getting really uncomfortable for black on the left side. Because this move, the last move by white, really takes away a lot of space from black. And yeah, so black needs to think about how to handle these two stones on the left. Very good, very good. I like it. It's a big move. And it kind of supports the left. Although it doesn't really. So as white, I would ignore this. And play some kind of pincer. Ideally this one, where you approach with the Kama at the two stones. To put the maximum amount of pressure on black. But we'll see what white decides to do. I think the worst thing here is to just passively answer. Okay, it's obviously not the worst thing. It's just fine. You know, it's interesting to... It's interesting to be proven wrong, but why does Amalia say it's all bad moves? Actually, it's all been good so far. I don't know, I think everything I said until now has been kind of debunked, but I think I'm just looking for a bit more active play. Yeah, till now, nice, nice. I wanted to say till now both players have been very passive, although they played good moves. But now some action is starting. Funny, okay. Let's see what happens. Yeah, if you're watching this, it means both players have agreed. Anyway, let's see what they do. Oh wow, I didn't know that was a thing, this move. But apparently it's okay. It's good. Now White must Hane. I think. Here on the top right. It's a must. Yes. Very good, very good. I guess black needs to answer. Some. And then white should play a light move somehow to escape. Might even think about something like this extension here, which offers even the ability to connect under. Okay, looks good. Now comes the big challenge for white. And the big challenge is not to play heavy. Yeah, this is a good shape, but it's a bit heavy. But we'll see if black is able to take advantage of that. Yeah, but honestly, pretty high quality so far. I haven't seen any big mistakes. This is a very good shape move, I have to say. I'm impressed that black found this. Yeah, and I think now we're starting to see that white is a bit heavy here. Because after this move, there's literally zero eye shape. I mean, it's fine because the white stones have access to the center. And white can still separate black. I mean, the corner is fine, but if white separates, then these three stones will be a bit weaker because of the lack of eye space. Yeah. Yeah, this is a heavy move, like I said. Yeah, white is adding to the group, but it's not really... It's a bit slow, let's say. So the direction is correct, because white needs to go into the center, I think, and just make shape. But in this kind of situation, we want to make shape fast. Yeah, so I'd rather have liked to see a knight's move, a large knight's move, you know, maybe even pushing here on top. Peep also interesting. But yeah, a lighter move to jump away. Because originally, when we attach here in this corner and play these kind of moves, these are like forcing. Yeah, they're not really that important. They're not really so important stones. You know, forcing moves are usually like fire and forget. Yeah? So we don't want to save forcing stones necessarily. Yeah, that's why we can play more light, be more flexible, maybe sacrifice the stones. Yeah, because the stones, they're not important for attacking black. Maybe this one is, but look, these two stones. If you look at the black group in the corner, they don't do anything to the black group. Right? The black is connected. We can. The corner is black. Nothing we can do. So these two stones have no attack potential. That's why they're not very valuable. And this is a bit the problem, because white keeps like defending these two stones. White is falling behind. Because it's just heavy. What we really want to do here is just take the next big move. Yeah, or do something in the center fight. Okay, so black took the initiative to play away first. Makes total sense. Yeah, I like it, I like it. Let's see what white decides. I think for white there's a little chance to get the initiative back on the top. And white should aim to separate these black stones from the corner, because as it stands right now, black can just connect. And then everything is safe. But if white separates, then suddenly the stones are not safe anymore, right? They become like a question mark. Yeah, for now the focus shifted to the lower side. I don't know if I like the direction that white has decided to block. Because here on the right side, there's not much to get for white. Because black is already such a strong group here, white cannot really build on the side. I mean, white can try, but it will not work very well. Bit questionable. I think if you block the other way, you have more of an opportunity to make a Moyo. Yeah, if you block this way, then I'd rather would have tried to take the corner back with a double Hane. Yeah, just, you know, to make some points. Yeah, this game, we can see, I'd feel, hopefully, that black is ahead. Black has one big corner here, now got next corner. Yeah, the question is how to handle the left side. White can definitely attack here. And yeah, if white separates, I think black is still a bit uncomfortable with these 4 stones. There should be something that white can do. But if white just continues the game passively and doesn't take advantage of the black weaknesses, it will probably not end well. Okay, we saw this was quite a big mistake. And it's kind of what I mentioned earlier, that this side is not a very efficient side to aim for right now for white. Because black already has a strong position here, it's hard to build, right? It's very easy for black to play another move here. Or even if black plays away, what's your next move is white, yeah? I mean, of course, you can add another move. Okay, black's adding another move. So this was the chance for black to go to the left side, because there's some weakness here. Yeah, probably this game will come down to who can first take care of their remaining weaknesses. And play more efficiently. Yeah, that's a lot of the time that's what it comes down to. Around that level. Just playing big moves. Not following your opponent too much. Okay, this is a very good shape move. Because if black Hane is here, it threatens a double Atari. So this Hane very uncomfortable for white, so it's kind of nice that white took it, honestly. Makes the group much stronger. Black's attaching, interesting. I don't know why white wants to cut there. I don't think that works. We'll see what happens. Yeah, this is kind of lack of I guess you could say lack of experience. And also lack of reading power to play this kind of move for white. Because white cut. And to cut your opponent is a pretty serious issue. And you should be sure if it works or not. Because if you cut and it doesn't work, that means opponent can capture your cutting stones. And if that happens, it's usually pretty bad, because there is no attack. Yeah, we cut to attack something. But what was white trying to attack? Okay, yeah. White wants to eat the stone, probably. But it doesn't work. Black just needs to extend. So white didn't really read this through. And white has to give it up. So this is kind of a big gain for black. Yeah, that's why we see black is ahead of it now. In my opinion, the best way is to extend up now. Best shape. Maybe connect, but honestly the extend I like more. Just from terms of shape, you should add another move. If we protect the cutting point, it's also center, yeah? If white connects, then black needs to add another move. to defend. If white just extends, black might just turn. It's worse for points, but... Oh... Yeah, white is not reading this. White is not reading this section. Yeah, guys, that's another big thing. Really make an effort just to read, like, even if it's just one step ahead, you know? Even if it's just 1 or 2 steps, you know? It takes some practice. I was also at that level at some point, right? But just read 1 or 2 steps ahead, each move, yeah? White plays here, so it's obvious black wants to turn now, right? Otherwise black is dead. So if black turns, white can't really block because black has a double Atari. Yeah, but if white just extends, that means black will have 3 liberties and white has 3 liberties, but black has the next move, so white loses this fight. So, yes. I'm not sure if white should try to counterattack something on the other side, but it looks pretty difficult. So honestly, this was pretty big loss for white on the right side. This was too much. Yeah, white did not stop to read the consequences of their actions. And now they probably lost 2 stones and a lot of territory. And also this turn, yeah, hurts the white group. So there's a must play move now, which is this Atari. Okay, yeah, that's why this is a loss, because you need to... It's just so nice to be able to Atari here. It's hard to explain, but I'm 100% sure if we would review this game with Katago, we would see that this is the best move. Because it makes such a difference in the power and the shape. Yeah. If white extends here, white is fine. You know, white is in the center, white has eye shape. But if black can Atari first, that means black gets the center influence and white gets an empty triangle. It's such a big difference. It's really hard to overstate. Yeah, so black should have, before protecting, Atari. Yeah, because if white doesn't answer, you don't need to protect. So you get the 2 dead stones. Yeah, you don't have to put a move in your own territory, but you can just eat an additional stone to connect black, yeah, which is much better. So yeah, that's why white also needs to extend here. This is such a big point for both. So white gave black another chance to Atari here. Let's see if black takes it. No. Yeah, so now the chance is kind of lost for black. But still, the black advantage is huge now. As white, I would still feel uncomfortable about this shape and want to add another move. But of course, the left side is so big. But you see, after all these exchanges has been made, this value, the value of this move has dropped a bit. I tell you 100%, a few moves ago, this was the most valuable point on the board. Yeah. But after we did all these exchanges, then it doesn't matter so much anymore. Because black already added these two moves in the, basically in black's territory. We can see in our feedback orb, this stripe has appeared, which means the difference is now one move, or around 14 points. So black is 14 points ahead. That's quite a lot. Yeah, basically this game, white played a bit slow and a bit heavy. And here on the right, a bit unreasonable. Yeah, with these two stones lost. Was not necessary. But now black keeps playing slow moves. Yeah. We should forget about the right side now. You know, it's done. Black is fine. White is fine. You know, I mean, it's not a horrible move because it kind of separates white. So there might be a chance in the future to maybe put some pressure on white on both sides. So in that kind of sense, it's good. But yeah, there are big moves on the board. Right. There's still a lot of empty space. So I like that white takes the initiative to come back. Although I would have preferred the knight's move approach on the left side. You know what? I think for my next task for Sensai Go, I want to add some commenting and review tools, you know, to mark up the board to make this easier. So I'm talking about here. I want this for white. It's very powerful. Yeah, but so black played actually a small move. So white really has a chance now to go into the left and put some pressure. Okay. Yeah, almost. I think this one is better, but I like the sentiment. Honestly, I think black is fine, just completing the shape here. Pincering or something. Okay. Yeah. So, you know, guys, when you are attached, you need to hane. As usually. I think this hane was the only move. Yes, white found the right move. Okay, okay. Yeah, so now white is catching up a little. White is catching up a little. Let's see how it goes. think there's only one move you need to extend up. Yeah, so now black is a bit in a bind. Because there are two black groups on the left that are not really alive. And that's the reason why we said earlier it's really important to play the first on the left. Yeah, to play some move to connect the black groups, or as white to split them. So to split them. Okay, that was pretty crazy Tanuki for black. So white should really put some pressure now. White now has multiple targets to attack. So white should really focus on removing the eye space for black. For example, playing honey here in the lower left, and like this one. Yeah, or just playing something like this, knight's move, just surround this black group. White could also try to separate these stones and add a third black group into the mix. Yeah, that would actually be also interesting. Yeah, so now the big question is, will white get scared by black's cap here? Which it looks like a good shape move, and white did indeed get scared. That's a bit of a shame. Yeah, white doesn't really need to be worried here. This is definitely a slow move. White should have played on the left, I think. Yeah, I'm not so familiar with this shape. But you know, usually we play Kusumi here. And I guess that's for a reason. So I don't feel so threatened by this move. Because there's stuff that white can do in the corner now, because the shape is a bit weak. So white should have definitely ignored this move or directly counter it somehow. Now it feels like white missed a chance. Now this I would not recommend to play away, because we have a black group that's not alive and a white group that's not alive. The direction is very good by white, but white should have attached, I think, not Kusumi. This just gives black a perfect shape on the lower side. But on the other hand, it's also white's probably only chance, because black is leading in points. White needs to go in between, prevent black from connecting, yeah, and just attack, attack, attack. White needs to attack this black group, maybe this black group. I think white now needs to kill one of the groups to be able to win this game. Because black has a lot of territory here, on the upper right. On the right is also okay, it's not that efficient, but yeah. And on the lower side, this is also becoming a really nice territory suddenly for black. So as white There's 3 possible targets. Yeah. And also this group. Yes, yes, perfect, perfect. It's what I was about to say. Yeah, this group is in danger of being surrounded, so you need to get out and you need to keep black separated. That's white's chance for counterattack, maybe. If black can handle all their groups, I think will be game over. But we'll see what they decide to do. Yeah, I don't like this harness too much. Okay, so yeah, they're both having a bit of trouble with fighting shape. I think they're both playing a bit weird shapes here. Not the most efficient or best. Yeah, I wonder if there's anything white can do directly, but probably the best is just to turn here on top. That makes black's territory smaller. And it keeps black separated. Now, if you play away here as white, then, for example, black can play a knight's move and get a very nice shape. Also, I really like this move for black. Just bumping into white, creating a lot of eye shape. Yeah, but for white, I think turning here should be very good. I don't know. Or still try to surround this one or cut off this one. This extend is honestly also very big. Because this Hane for black will be uncomfortable for white, I think. But we'll see what happens. Yeah, but somehow we keep coming back to the same topics. So at the double-digit Q level, yeah, a lot of the time I think just efficiency decides who wins the game, because they keep yeah, because they keep playing locally or playing heavy. Yeah, I don't know what black is doing here. Whoa, wow. Okay, now black is really messing up here. Yeah, that was pretty terrible. Black had such a big lead, but these last exchanges made white so strong. Yeah. And now the 3 stones will die probably anyway. You weakened these 3 stones and these stones as well. There might even be something now. Well, no, it's not directly a cut. But basically what black did is black created a new group. Black created a new group in an area where he already had 2 groups that were not alive. What's more, this new group here, yeah? It's now already 5 stones. This group has no value. I hope white connects here. Yeah, that's a very powerful move. I think it just kills black. Because these stones, you see, they're not cutting anything. Yeah? These white stones are all connected. And if white connects here, it's also fine. Yeah. So you see these stones, like we mentioned before about these 2 white stones. These new black stones on the board, which is basically the last 5 moves of black, have created this new group, which is no value. You see, no points. It's not attacking anything. It's just a liability. Yeah. So all these moves were very helpful for white, and white just needs to connect here now to be 100% safe and probably kill this black group also in the corner. We'll see if white can find it. And yeah, that's how fast the game can swing on the double-digit Q level. Very interesting. Yeah. But we see white is... I guess white is trying to make some pressure, but this kind of group you don't need to put pressure. You just need to connect and be safe. And it's fine. Just the mere fact that this group exists is a headache for black. So you don't even need to continue to hunt it. But we see now black gets a chance to make them some shape in the corner. We'll see if black manages to survive. Will be tough. Will be tough, but there is some shape that's happening. We'll see, we'll see. Guys, I'm sorry I have to take a bathroom break. Even though it's very exciting right now. We'll see what happens when I come back. See you in a moment. Okay, white is taking points. I like it. Okay, so what happened? Okay, they added some more moves. Yeah, the shape looks a bit weird. Seems tough. I mean, I think there should be a way to live. But black completely played away. So white now has a chance to kill black, obviously. Now they're wondering. Yeah, I wonder what's the best move to kill. Maybe just extend here. Might be enough. Just extend. If black blocks, you can just make it small. And keep it small enough so you can't make two eyes. Yeah, not sure what the right move to kill is. But that would be my first intuition. Okay, white played a safe move. Now black has a chance to live again. I guess for living, maybe the best is to Hane here. Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say Hane, white blocks, and then you make the Kusumi shape, the tiger's mouth shape. It's funny to watch the chat. They both don't know what to do. Yeah, if they would use the stone power feature, they would see it. Yeah, if you don't use it, you know, it's just according to your preferences. I just feel that maybe for beginners or maybe double-digit cube players, it can be helpful to see what's going on. So basically, yeah, okay. Black found the move. Yeah, so they were not aware of the status of this group. So black added some moves. I guess this is enough to live. Although it's not super obvious, there's still little space. Ah, that's nice. I'm seeing it in the chat. They're drawing the right conclusions. Misclick? No, I didn't implement undo. But I implemented misclick protection. Yeah, you guys, if you come here to the preferences, you can enable this. There's two different modes. So, if your fingers are loose, so they're continuing here, which is not that important. You see, we still have this black group, which is a bit questionable, and this one, but yeah. But if you want to attack this group, you first need to separate. Yeah, this kind of move doesn't do much. Yeah, to attack something, you need to separate it from the friends. Now black just needs to turn, connect everything, and the attack is over. So I think instead of this one, white should have played in the corner. Yeah. But I hope you see what I'm talking about. With these stones, all these stones are bad for black. Yeah? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is 6 moves wasted. Yeah, I hope you can see it. It's just some stones that have 0 eye shape, that make 0 points, that are not cutting white. Honestly, white should have connected here earlier, so if black connects here at some point, then they become cutting stones, and there might be something here. But this is just the very definition of a heavy group that has no benefits, only headache. To have such a group on the board is punishment enough, you know. You don't need to go crazy and try to kill it. Just by it being there, it's a headache. Yeah, so you're actually helping black. Okay, that's pretty obvious now. Yeah. Definitely good for white now, the game. Yeah, but what I wanted to say is white should just ignore this group and hunt the other groups. Yeah, if white can separate here, then it puts pressure on this group, and this will almost automatically lead to one of the two groups dying. Yeah, but white tried to attack directly, which gave black a chance to connect this group. Black kept adding moves to this and tried to do something, but it didn't work. These are captured now, which makes a very big difference in the power in the center of the board. So this is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So let's say 15 points. Now they are trading mistakes again. I'm also wondering what's the biggest move now. I still think separating here is super important. Separate this black group. Also, I want to play this Hane on the lower left. It's very, very big. So what's important is you want to take the eye shape, you want to separate. So this group in the lower left is not 100%. That's why this kind of Hane is very big. Yeah? If black gets this Hane, it's over. Black is alive. And the white group might be a bit uncomfortable also. So I personally think here is very big. And this block on the upper right also. I guess black is trying to attack this group, but I don't think there's much they can do. Even worse, this creates a bit of a heavy shape and a cutting point. You know, remember how earlier I said forcing moves we usually are not that important. Because look here, black peeped at the one space jump, right? And white connected. So now it's like one black stone that's touching 3 white stones. That means the stone is completely outnumbered. Also in the liberties department. Yeah, so if you try to save it like this, it becomes heavy. Yeah? This is another heavy group. So we have multiple examples of heavy play in this game. It started with this white group. Then this was very heavy. These moves were black. And this is another example of heavy play. Yeah, because saving the stone it's a bit like here. Saving the stone doesn't have any benefit because the stone itself is not cutting white, is not making points. It's just a forcing move, you know, maybe a reducing move. Yeah, honestly here for black, like I said, upper right corner, connect, very big, very important, I think. I mean, I guess if white separates, black still has a way to live. I'm not 100% sure, but I think it's possible. But black will lose something in the corner, definitely. Yeah, so it seems they are both not sure what to do. Yeah, I guess white is just thinking about escaping with the group. Ah, and black finds a good move. You see, it was a pretty big one. Yeah, you see, after this black group is suddenly fine. If black connects, of course. Yeah, I feel like black needs to add another move. Oh. Yeah, now they're playing heavy moves again. I can understand that they both feel a bit uncomfortable in this area. Both for black and for white. Oh wow. Okay, I take everything back that I said. Apparently it's not a big move. Wow. Okay, I have to review this with Katago. I thought it was maybe big. But yeah, if black has an easy way to live, then maybe it's not big. Yeah, but then definitely white should put pressure on this black by taking the stone in the corner. Maybe peep first and then take. I also thought about this attach. Might be annoying for black. Okay, white just takes the stone. This is good, this is good. I like it. Yeah, with this move, white is totally safe. Oh wow, and black just died. If white plays it right. Oh wow. They both play away. Yeah, the lower left is almost dead. And they both keep playing away. It's kind of funny. It's not good for the heart. I wonder if they get it. They're talking about it, huh? What kind of move is this? Was that a misclick? Ah. Oh my god. Yeah, this gives black just a chance to live. I think black should extend here now. Yeah, white should have at least eaten the stone. It's so big. The two stones are not big. No. White is going for the wrong thing. Because, like as we said before, the two stones, they're not valuable. Yeah, they're not cutting stones. They're just two stones. But on the edge, you actually get points. So it's much bigger. Okay. So white lost a big chance here. White should have just taken the stone. Yeah, white is completely focusing on the wrong thing now. You see how the evaluation changes? Now what white needed to do is to take the points on the left and take the stone. Instead, white is taking the two stones, which gives black the chance to to just be alive here. Yeah, if black plays correctly. And you see, if black lives here with, I don't know, 5 points or something, then black gets 5 points. Yeah, and white gets these 2 stones. But the other way around, if white cuts off the stone earlier, then white will get the points. And black will get 0 points. Maybe 2 points if black is alive. But hey guys, seems the game is continuing. Yeah, it seems Kokufu somehow lost the connection. And couldn't play anymore. Yeah, guys, if something like that happens during the game, I'm not sure what the reason for the disconnection was, but yeah, usually what has worked for me in case of issues during the game, just log out, but it's important you use the button to log out and not just close the tab and open it again. So if you log out and log in again, the game you should get into the game automatically. Just continue, so. Normally that makes things work again. But okay, let's come back to the game. Although I was looking forward to finally having breakfast. I think black did not find the best move, although it's also a fine move. I think white has to block here. White has to block here. White cannot get scared for these 2 stones because there's no reason to. Because black cannot capture these stones. These 2 ones. Yeah, so just block here. Ah, no. That's not good. Okay, Kukufu is leading again. Exactly. Yeah, that was just too good. And white didn't find it. That's crazy. Now black is winning again. Okay. So I think now the best chance for white. I mean, it's a bit hard to tell. But I think cutting off these 2 stones is quite big now. Ah, okay. Very nice endgame. I like it, I like it. And the funny thing is, after everything that happened, the game is almost even. Yeah, so it seems there's still some issues with my connection handling. Oh. White is cutting off the stones. That's what I want to see. Very good, very good. That's a very strong play by white. I like it. Yeah, I think it's like... I mean, I implemented some reconnect handling. But it seems now... when you... Oh, white needs to play here. This one. This turn is so big. White plays here, white probably wins the game. Promise, if white doesn't play and black plays, then it's a center to capture white. So white needs to answer, and then black can connect, and then all this territory in the middle disappears. So this turn is like mandatory now for white, I think. Oof. That's tough. Shouldn't play away. Yeah. Yes. Wow, but it says it's not... It's not the best move. That's crazy. But you know what? I guess there might be something here. Because this group is still... So black might be able to break through somehow, even though I can't quite read it now. But I guess there's something. Wow, now the game is dead even again. That's so crazy. Though I have the feeling that white has a bit better end game. Ooh. Oh, that's not good. You need to block at least. Why not block? There's literally no reason to play this move. So the game continues and black is leading again. Yeah. It's a good push. It's a good push. There's definitely some RG. I guess white needs to be a little bit careful about this whole area. There are some connection issues. Yeah, but it kind of does feel that black is a little bit ahead. Even though black lost so much in the center. Yeah, but white also let some chances slip away. Especially white could have killed this lower left group. Because black played away. So, yeah, you really need to be on the lookout, guys. Always protect your weaknesses. Don't play away when you can't. I know it can be tough to find out. Big mistake. It looks like black could have done something. Yeah, I think black should have played here. Black plays here, white here, black here. Then white needs to capture the 2 stones to connect back. Then black can Atari here and then just extend. And then the 3 stones are dead. But now white just needs to turn here and white will be connected. So yeah, these kinds of mistakes it's just a matter of reading practice. Okay, white found the right move, perfect. Yeah, white needs to connect the group. No other move. So black had a chance, but black missed the chance. I guess that's why Sensaigo is so important. The ability to read ahead the moves in your mind, you know, and visualize it. Such an important ability in Go. You can't really overstate it. It's probably the most important thing for your rank. If you want to get stronger, you need to be able to read more. Yeah, first to be able to recognize chances when they present themselves. And then of course to actually implement your plans, you know, and find the right plans. It's just invaluable, you know. You can learn all you want, all the Josekis you want, opening, it doesn't matter. Because when the fighting starts, you need to be able to read. And there are very few Go games without fighting. There are. But these are usually not the most interesting games to watch, right? And to play. So being able to fight, definitely, yeah, one of the most important skills in Go. So please, if you want to get stronger, practice Sensaigo every day. You know, even if it's just 15 minutes every day, just be consistent with it. And you will get better over time, you know. It's really that simple. You just need to stick with it. Hello, dear viewers. I'm going to speed up the rest of the game now, since it has been going on for quite a while. It was played without time controls. And yeah, we're already almost 1.5 hours. So I'm gonna stop it here. The white group in the top right is connected out now, so that means there are no open life and death issues. And the rest of the game is just finishing up and playing the end game. A big thanks also to Kukufu and Amalia. Well, first of course for believing in Sensaigo, and also for agreeing to have their match publicly reviewed on this platform. So many thanks, guys. you found some very good moves today, and I hope the game and the review also helps you to find even more of those the next time you play. So, again, many thanks to everybody watching. I hope you learned something, and see you next time. Bye bye.